So, Dwight, tell us what you're getting ready to do.
Give me that bag.
What are you going to do?
Nothing.
Dwight is going to take the shuttle back to the marina.
Yeah, because I hurt my back doing engine work.
Hi, everybody. It's Dwight and Shelley.
Hello, how's everybody doing? Let's start it over. You know, I'm not asking a question. Go ahead.
Hi, everybody. It's Dwight and Shelley.
Hello, we are at Atlantic City, New Jersey.
Yes.
Staying at the Golden Nugget Casino, and today we went to the pool and just did a little relaxing. But let's go back. I think when we left you last, we were in Norfolk, Virginia.
Coin Jock Marina, and then we went over to Tidewater, yes, in Norfolk.
Yes.
We showed all the ships and
Yep.
the military area.
Yeah, and that was really neat coming up through there. If you've never seen the ships and been that close to them. Well, actually, when we were coming in, the USS Dwight D. Eisenhower, the aircraft carrier,
Yes.
the nuclear carrier, he got on the radio and announced that he was coming into the harbor and that all mariners should keep their distance. We should have stopped. We should have just
We should have stopped, but we didn't.
let him come by.
Yeah.
It was a long day. We were hot. It was so hot, and we were just ready to get in.
Yeah.
But so since when we left there, we have gone up to Chesapeake Bay, all the way up to a canal called the C&D Canal, which is the Chesapeake Delaware Canal. It connects the two bays together.
At the very, very northern end.
And then we've come down the Delaware Bay.
Yep.
To
Cape May.
And then back up to where we're at. One of the things that really surprised me is it took us 5 days of running pretty hard to get up to Chesapeake, just the bay, to get to the river.
Yeah, it's a beautiful area, and you could stay in the Chesapeake Bay and do stuff probably 6 months and not even go and see all the stuff there is to see. Tons of stuff.
I put a little measuring tape on it. It's about 130 miles up there from Norfolk, which is the lower side of the bay, all the way up to that cut. It was a long run.
Yes, it was.
And so
It was a lot of fun, though.
our route was we left Norfolk and we went to Hampton, just across the bay, and stayed one night. And then we left there and we went to Deltaville.
Yes, Regatta Point.
And from Deltaville we went to Solomon's.
Yes.
And then from there we went to St. Michael's and then to Baltimore.
The Inner Harbor up in the town, the city, should I say.
That was really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were a little apprehensive about going there. Just, from Oklahoma, you hear crime, you hear about Chicago and St. Louis and Baltimore and all these cities, so you're kind of leery about going. But we went in there, and it's a fantastic area. Now, our neighbor, when we got there, he told us last night he heard gunshots.
Yeah, I looked it up, and it wasn't behind us. It was on the other side of the harbor and in several blocks, but still, it happened about 3-something in the morning. So
we didn't venture out. Not that we.
Well, his back.
I've thrown my back out 3 times in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, but anyway.
He was kind of down, so we didn't get to do a lot of the stuff. So I did a lot of walking up and down and walking their dogs. One thing that happened to us is when we were at Blue Water Yacht Marina. Yes.
Blue Water
Marina. When I woke up in the morning, I was up in the upper helm having coffee, and I heard the bilge pump go off.
And it came on the day before when we were moving a couple times, which isn't unusual.
Sometimes, that's when we had a water pump problem.
Yeah, right. We're used to it going off, but just not lately.
Yes. So, anyway, so I thought, well, gosh, we better check that out. So we were getting ready to prep to leave for the next day, and he goes down in the engine room, and I said, hey, check the bilge up there. And he says, well, his back had been hurting, so instead of him going down there and trying to get up in the front of the engine area, I did. And the raw water bowl, which is a clear thing that has a strainer in it where the water comes up and goes into the engines to help keep the engines cooled down. It had a crack in it, and it was actually spewing water out of it.
Pretty good flow.
Yeah, which was what was causing the bilge pump to come off. So anyway, we happened to be, since we were at Blue Water, they have a wonderful inventory of supplies there. They have a good mechanic shop there. And we called them. They didn't have it, the particular one we needed, but another Portsmouth had it or something like that, and so they had it to us by 5:30 the next morning, and this was like at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So we were very fortunate we were where we were, and that we physically went down there and checked things out. So friendly reminder that just don't think everything is all fine and dandy.
So this bowl is about this tall and about this big around, and on the bottom it's got a C-clamp around it to keep it from bouncing around, and it had cracked all the way around that C-clamp. It's made out of plastic, clear plastic, and we're lucky the whole bottom didn't just fall off, because the bilge pump would not have been able to keep up. The C-cock was open, and seawater would have just been flowing into the boat through a hose about that big.
Yeah, it would have come fast. That was not good.
But let's talk about the Chesapeake Bay and the Delaware Bay, the lighthouse. And the weather was perfect.
Yeah. I mean, we could have asked for a more ideal weather for the Chesapeake Bay. Apparently, it could be very unforgiving, be very rough seas.
So we traveled 6 days, and every day it was great.
We had great weather.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Right.
Fortunate we had good weather. But there are so many lighthouses in Chesapeake. We did take pictures of some. Some are really cool, had good stories. There was one that we saw, and apparently it went up for sale. Somebody bought it for $188,000.
That was the Wolf Lighthouse.
Yeah, the Wolf one. And they were going to turn it into bed and breakfast. Well, that didn't work out, so they sold it on eBay for like $288,000.
It's a massive lighthouse.
Yeah.
It's not you'll see a picture of it.
Yeah, so anyway, now it's just sitting there. Yeah. The windows are mostly out of it, and I don't know what the person's planning on doing, but we went to several different lighthouses along the bay, took pictures of a lot of them. You're just fascinated by the point of what it used to be like navigating when you didn't have your Garmin systems and Navionics and iPads and phones and all that stuff. So
another thing, it's such a small world. We did the Gulf crossing with a couple, Doug and Jane, and we saw them a few days ago
in Spring Cove Marina. We stayed 2 nights.
Went swimming in the pool with them. Went out to eat and toured a museum, and then we saw a sailcat. The name of the boat is Aliluke. And we met them in Georgetown. No,
we met them in Baltimore. We saw them again in Baltimore, but we saw them in the Bahamas the first
Georgetown,
time.
right.
Yeah.
Anyway.
No, it was in Great Harbor.
Right, it was. But one thing that surprises me, and I don't mean this negatively, but when we started this trip and we were planning for it, I had expectations that all these other boaters down here would be like Jacques Cousteau or Ponce de Leon, There'd be a bunch of old salty sailors that we can learn from them all, and it ain't that way.
No, there's a few, but most of them.
We've met a few old dogs, man, that they're just sailors, But most of the people out here are just kind of like us, just bobbing along, trying to figure this all out.
Yeah.
And a lot of them have a lot of good information, and a lot of them don't have good information.
Right. We have learned a lot.
And everybody's got an opinion about, should you go inside out in the ocean along the coast, or should you take the intracoastal waterway in certain areas where it's shallow or something? And they all have maybe valid points and maybe not so valid points, but
right. Well, we did take some people's advice from a large fishing boat at Cape May. They told us definitely go on the outside between Cape May and Atlantic City. He said a lot of that waterway is very shallow and just don't do it.
I'm glad you said that. So here's a little piece of advice: if you're at a marina And whether you're crossing over to the Bahamas, or you're over to the Bahamas and you're going from island to island, or you're here on the East Coast, these guys that run these fishing boats, they know these waters. And
Yes.
for the most part, they're all super friendly. They're usually cleaning their boat in the afternoons and sitting out and having a beer. And go up and ask them, say, hey, I got a question for you. I'm going here tomorrow. What do you think about that? How would you go? Have you looked at the weather? And yesterday the guy said, don't go inside. And he said outside it's going to be 1 to 1.5 foot seas, and the winds are going to be perfect. You'll be great. So my recommendation is, if you're unfamiliar with where you're going, go find one of those fishing captains on one of those big 70-foot Vikings. They know what they're doing.
They do.
Yeah. I've just been kind of thinking and reminiscing about all the history that we're seeing. You learn about it in your history books in grade school, but you really get a perspective of this nation's, history over here.
The East Coast has,
Charleston,
obviously.
Savannah, St. Augustine.
Yeah.
Yeah, and yesterday we were pulling into Baltimore, or a few days ago we were pulling into Baltimore, and as we're pulling in, we're looking and we see Fort McHenry.
Right.
With the big flag flying. Well, that's the place that Francis Scott Key was inspired to write the Star Spangled Banner.
Right, and they actually have that flag, the flag there flying from that time period.
There's a note in avionics where there used to be a red and white blue buoy, which is where he was supposed to be sitting. The buoy's not there anymore, but we were in that general area, and that was just kind of cool.
Mm-hmm. It was.
Yeah, and stuff like that you come across and you're not expecting. 200-something-year-old church that used to be a hospital for the soldiers in the Civil War and stuff like that.
I think it was the War 1812.
Well, there's been several of those.
I know, but I think that one was.
Yeah. And it's fantastic. It's great. Being from the Oklahoma, you're not exposed to any of this stuff. And it's just kind of neat to experience
because we weren't there yet.
Yeah,
in the
right.
1800s.
So we're still having a good time. We are not burnt out whatsoever. We see the end coming. It's still a long ways away, but we're not ready for it by any means, and I don't think we will be.
No.
Yeah, but we're going to leave here. We're going to leave Atlantic City tomorrow, and we're going to go north just a little bit, and then then the next day we will be pulling into New York Harbor.
Unbelievable.
Unbelievable. And the plan is to anchor out near the Statue of Liberty, spend the night out there, and then we're going
Apparently there's a place, so we're hoping we'll find it.
And then we're going to try to find, we've never been to New York, so we're going to try to find a bus tour or something that, with my back being hurt, that we can kind of go around and have somebody tell us what we're seeing.
Yeah. Oh, and since we've been back from the Bahamas, there hasn't been as much video of Molly and JoJo, but they are still enjoying themselves.
Yeah, but I got some pictures of them this time taking a nap, I think.
They take a lot of naps, and it's been really hot, so it takes about 5 minutes of a walk, and they're done. Mm-hmm. They're ready to come back in and cool off. And we've been staying at mostly marinas coming up the East Coast, mainly because of the limited amount of anchoring areas to stay, and it's been so hot.
Yeah, and we're pushing pretty hard right now. 50, 60 miles at 8 knots. It takes you 5, 6, 7 hours a day, and we're only staying one night usually right now until we get caught up with everybody else. And you just want to be able to go to a marina and have some air conditioning.
Yeah. Absolutely.
But after we're going to go to New York and spend a few days, and then after we leave there, it's goodbye to the East Coast. Mm-hmm. We'll be headed upstate New York and then back west to towards the interior of the country. Yeah,
and we don't have any pictures of this or anything, but on our way here to Atlantic City, we were out in the ocean.
You thought we were going to run? You thought we were running over something?
About 4 miles, and I was like, "What the world is this?" It was the manta rays, and I guess they're migrating right now. Just
thousands,
hundreds and hundreds of them.
Waves of them.
Big waves. And at first I thought they were like these big white pillory things. I didn't know what it was at first, and then I was like, oh my gosh.
I thought it was like a smokestack from a shipwreck or something.
Yeah, but there's a whole bunch of
Yeah.
them.
Yeah, then we started seeing them.
Then I realized they were manta rays migrating.
Right.
So I thought that was like so cool. And we did see some dolphins and stuff
They
today.
say the whales are out here, but we haven't seen them yet. We
Yeah.
got 2 more runs.
Yeah, and the water temperature here is about 70 degrees.
Yes.
So
It's getting cooler. But
the water's cool.
It's a lot. The water up here is a lot clearer than it was down there
Oh yeah.
in Virginia. And
Yeah,
North
we could
Carolina.
see these manta rays, and they were, 15 feet underwater too, and you
Yeah.
could still see them swimming around. But anyway, I thought that was so neat that there were so many of them. And
So one thing that I thought was kind of neat, we got up early, and we haven't done that in a while. And so two mornings we've left before daybreak.
Mm-hmm.
The ropes were untied, and we were pulling out of the marina, and it was still dark. And those are the best. That's the best time to be on the water because nobody else is out there. It's just daybreak. You can just enough light to see the markers, and then the sun comes up, and shoot, by 9-10 o'clock you've gone 40 miles.
yeah,
You leave at 5:15.
which is nice when it's hot.
Right, yeah, yeah. And we got some really good photos of that. When we got here at Atlantic City, like I said, we're right here at the Golden Nugget. And we went, the swimming pool's on the 6th floor. And we went up there and got in the hot tub because of my back. And I think it's made me feel better. But sit outside, and it's a beautiful patio that overlooks the marina. And
Yeah.
I really enjoyed that.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. This is a pretty nice marina, and haven't been over to the laundry or shower facility, so I can't comment on that.
We'll make it, I'm sure.
But the casino is pretty cool, and the pool top was really nice. And when you get a slip here, you can go up to the pool
Yeah.
and use the pool at the hotel.
There's been a couple days, those 2 days that we left real early, we both took naps.
Yeah,
Took turns just taking a little nap on
yeah,
the back. You get in there and that boat's just moving, just like you were in a hammock, and you just hear that water hitting the hull.
the swish sounds and the humming of the motor.
After the coffee wears off and the sun's coming up,
It's nap 30 somewhere.
I need you to drive for a little while. Just keep it pointed that way.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
but
We like our naps.
yeah. But we miss everybody at home, and we will get another video out sometime after we leave New York. We're looking forward to getting up there, and I don't know if I'll be able to fly the drone up, but maybe I can get it up far enough to take a picture of the boat with the Statue of Liberty in the background, and the boat with the skyline in the background.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not sure if it'll let you fly it or not
I don't
because,
either. It's restricted.
yeah,
It knows if we're in a restricted airspace and it won't take off.
right, because he licensed it properly.
Yeah.
So,
Well, I hope everybody's doing well. Wish you could come see us, and
we're having a good time.
Yeah.
Joe and Molly are still having a good time, and their activities have changed from swimming to a lot of walking,
Yeah.
walking dogs, and all the
work
smells of
hard.
town.
Work hard, raise your children, get your life's work done, and get you a boat and sail away.
Yeah,
It's the life. I don't know that we can ever go back.
it's a lot of fun.
So
Really.
thank you for watching.
Thanks a lot, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
I think I just lay my hip right on that figure. There's somebody on the dock. Yeah, I need him. Haven't seen you since Great Harbor. Yep. Hold on. I got this. Tell me when I clear that. Okay. Tell me when I clear it. Okay. Okay. 10 feet, 5 feet, what? This one over here. Yeah. Oh, I don't know. This is where I landed. Well, you can't get the dinghy off the other side, right? I can get you over there. Get up. Okay. Ready? Okay. You get the stern, I'll get the bow. That's what I need to do. Down, down. Yep. Alright. Stop. Shut it off. Got it? And that's how it's done.